Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And a special good morning to you, my brother. Good morning, Joe. And if you have company, good morning, Sarah. 8:30 in Denmark. Sun is up and spring is in the air. And what a beautiful day to do an axe video. If you know me, I was gonna say that's basically it. But there is more. But today it's going to be one of those. And not an ordinary one, because what I'm carrying today is something that probably have been done before. But not something that me and Joe have seen before or know about. Joe, he knows axes very, very well. Very well. So when I approached him, having picked out an extraordinary head I have been looking for a year, almost over a year, found one, beautiful condition. Obviously the man in the States didn't want to ship it to Denmark, so I told him I have a friend in the US, so he shipped it to the friend in the US, and he was kind enough to help me facilitate the transportation from him in North Carolina to Canada, and in the hands of Joe. And when I approached him with this, a mind began to wander. And what he did, what I am about to show you, is a bit further in the video, because I have a small construction construction project going. I'm building a backrest. I have been here for at least 3 or 4 years, and turning 37 in a few days. My body is not 19 anymore, so sitting here all night, hunched over, leaning on my knees in front of the fire, it's a great idea. But after a few hours, I can feel that I'm not 19 or 20 anymore. It's not a problem, but it's something I can fix. So I'm putting you on pause, and I'm going to cut a piece of timber, make 6 ribs for my backrest, put my sheepskin up, and then we'll talk. Why I didn't do this 3 years ago, I don't know. Cheers, boys and girls. So, worthy of a king, right? But you'll have to do with old me. I'm guessing that took about half an hour. So for today's video I want to show you this. So, a Plumb national pattern, a Plumb 3.2. I spoke to a man referred to me by Joe. I'm not keeping this out of the sheath while talking. I spoke to a gentleman on Instagram who was willing to help me. And given that it's 2023, this axe left the Plumb catalog in 71 and was entered in 64. So this axe is all about, this axe head is all about 50 plus years old. I like that, and the condition of it is absolutely perfect. There's just a bit of scarring on the back. Maybe I'll show you if you can see. Just a bit of scarring, but for me here, pounding wooden pegs, 10 pegs, or driving a pole in the soft ground for coffee, this will do just fine. So, story time. I found the head, had it shipped to a friend in North Carolina, had it shipped to Joe in Canada. He grabbed it, he put it away for a small period of time, and then we spoke. And Joe described that he had an idea. He had an idea for an axe handle unlike something I have ever swung before, and almost certain unlike something he has ever made himself before. We spoke back and forth, me and Joe, and he explained from drawings, from videos, from text messaging, that if you have an ordinary axe handle, this is a straight handle for a very small hatchet, but if you have an ordinary axe handle, you have some kind of curve here. You have some kind of curve fitting almost like this, almost like the other way. Something that curves in the hand, something that swells out, and something when using my technique here. If I use this, swing it, and when I come here, I don't know if you can see this, but when the axe wants to come further down, this piece wants to turn. If it wants to turn, I'm not standing at a chopping block. I'm sitting here, kneeling down in the forest. When it comes to this, the axe handle wants, maybe if I show you here, the axe handle wants to open my hand a bit. It wants to open it because this curve on an ordinary axe handle doesn't follow this. So what Joe did was that he curved the bottom part of the axe handle, making it ergonomically correct for me when I'm chopping. So the idea for this was basic ergonomics. Sitting down, swinging a 3.2 head on a 25-inch handle, splitting 10-20 centimeters above ground on a stump or a log. The axe coming here would eventually, and just a bit, open my hand. And when my hands with gloves starts to open, my grip fades in strength and comfort. I am sure I could sit here for the remaining part of the next 25 years swinging axes and nothing bad would happen. But in a situation where something is wet, something is fatigued, something is tired, something is not paying attention, or someone is not paying attention, my hands and my grip could, in a situation like this, result in me opening my hands, swinging the axe, and potentially dropping it, or having it fly out my hand. What could happen if it was very close to the stump? The head could, due to its weight, fall down, ricochet, and then the cutting edge is facing me. And that's all I need to know. So, for a heavy head axe handle, for an axe heavy, cheers. For a head heavy axe, having the perfect ergonomics on the bottom of the palm swell is just a beautiful, very smart added bonus. Very smart. And that's one feature. Just one. What I have here is my recipe for a very, very strong, very versatile camp, bushcraft, DK Thomas outside, splitting axe, firewood axe. I can do everything with this as I could with my small Grand Force Brooks that I just showed you, but not the other way around. If I'm coming here in December and I don't keep a dry firewood stash, I am from 12 to 3, I'm processing firewood. I need to keep warm from 4 o'clock to 8 or 9 in the evening when I'm going to the tent or to the hammock to get warm. In a situation like this, a strong axe with a powerful head and a very, very sharp edge, would allow for more easy firewood processing. and that's not even it. Have you seen this? The technique, the fitmanship, the craftsmanship, the feel, the personality, the brotherhood in this tool is, I'm not gonna say the only one, because that would offend some of the axe makers in my axe family, but this is one of the very best crafted tools that I own. And yes, there are others, but for the last 4 years, I believe, 3 or 4 years, yeah, I have known Joe. We have spoken about work, construction, family, daughters, food, snow, feelings, mothers, traveling, and I'm very proud, I'm very honored to keep this. When I talk to people about axes, I tell them I have a few. I show them a few pictures. People are very, very intrigued and interested. But they always ask me, not always, but sometimes they ask me the question, do you need all of them? No, absolutely I don't. If I sold all my axes, keeping, let's say 5, this one would be amongst the 5. Could I do with just this? Absolutely. This, a strong saw, a belt knife, and maybe the small hatchet that you saw me use before, could do enough. Absolutely it could. But where's the fun in that? This is my hobby. This is my safe place. This is a part of me. People always ask me when I come here, what do you do? I don't do much. I just come here, warm up the fire, sit here, have my coffee, listen to the birds, feel the wind, rejuvenate, recharge. Yeah. So, this is a long time of me talking about this. Let's swing it. So, for me to come here and take down that tree using this axe for the very first time, I could do that, but I'm going to try to see if I can do a front cut on the back side and open the tree up for felling, and then do the rest from the front, sitting down using the axe. Let's see. who knows axes, for all of you who does this for hobby, for living, my technique for falling a tree is flawed and not perfect. Not even far from it. But this is seasoned hard wood. Not even a dent in the steel. And the head is firmly secured. So the stress test, Brother Joe, is complete. Now to show you what I actually mean. So, holding the head, one hand, and swinging. Of course I miss. First video, missed the first strike, Thomas. Not perfect. Also hitting knots, that it can take also. I always search for a natural crack in the wood before swinging the axe. And we have one going down the middle, very thin right here. Not there. Right there. So, what it's supposed to do is that when I'm attacking the wood here, my hand is firmly closed. It is a beautiful axe and a working tool. And all the time in the world, when I'm shooting videos like this, I want every piece of timber just to split right down the middle. But this is reality. Welcome. And this is knotted, seasoned, curved, but dry firewood. So, an axe video, a little bit different than what I'm used to doing. Taking down a tree with an axe is a great experience. It's fun, it's thrilling, your heart starts to pump. But I have not done it enough times to have proper technique for me to say that this is how it's supposed to do. Most times I'm cutting dead standing, dead branches, tipping stuff over. So most of the time actually doing the falling or the felling is not what I do. And standing up with an axe, swinging it with a 25-inch handle is scary for me. The stress test on the fitmanship, the head, the edge, everything worked out flawlessly, absolutely flawlessly. I was told in a video once that if you take 3 fingers and run them across the edge, pulling on the opposite pulling on the opposite way of the edge, and if your mind then starts telling you you're going to lose your fingers in a second, the cutting tool you're handling is sharp. I just took down a tree with this, and I just split the first 3 or 4 pieces filled with knots, driving the axe into a spruce splitting block stump, cross-grained. Not with the grain, cross-grained. And this is scary sharp. Oh sweet Lord. I don't have anything to show you. I would run a piece of paper over it, but that's not what it is. Holy macaroni. I was right before. Sitting here, throwing the axe around, telling you stories, could cost me a finger if I was acting like a fool. Keep your axe safe. when doing YouTube videos, keep the keep the mask on it. So this is not going to be a video of me running around doing camp chores and cooking food. I came here today to finish my backrest, and it came out beautiful. I came here today to stress test the axe, to say hello to you, Joe and Sarah, if you're watching, and to assure the making of memories amongst trees for a very long future. And if my phone is buzzing in the background, I forgot to turn it off. But the creation of memories amongst trees for a very long foreseeable future with a great camping body made by a great friend.